All right. Well, welcome everybody. Yeah, like Alex said, I'm the director of App. I'm a film director, and we made App in June 2012. It got released in about 106 theaters. That's sort of comparable to what Die Hard gets released over here. So it was released on a big scale. The production company was 2C Film, well, that's me, the director, and Just Bridge was the local distributor for in the movie theater, and we worked together with Sevolution, RTL, which is the broadcast company, Samsung, and Service to Media. And this was our poster with our lovely girl. So first I'll show you the trailer of what the movie was about, so you get a feeling. Garrett, if you can start the trailer. Oh.
Hallo, ik ben Iris, je persoonlijke assistent. Om te beginnen, zeg je naam. Anna.
Voor een open persoon kan het onthullen van een geheim meer schade opleveren dan het bewaren. Is er misschien hier iemand die een geheim met ons wil delen?
Hallo Anna, heb je een vraag voor mij?
Wat ben jij een kutwijf?
Waar heb je het over? Ik weet wie dat filmpje heeft verstuurd. Dit ding, Iris. Heb jij verstand van apps?
What the fuck is dit?
Dit bedoel ik dus. Oké, Iris.
Wat?
So that was what the trailer was about and what the movie is about. So it's a big sort of cinematic experience. So what we wanted to do was to make a movie for young people that a young audience would go and see. And these days, a lot of kids have their phones inside the theater. They're all Facebooking, they're all WhatsApping. So, well, of course, it first started with money. We thought, okay, we want to make some money doing a movie. So we came up with this concept of developing a story about a phone that basically hunts you down and tries to kill you. We wanted to do something that was new, and first we thought, okay, if we do a movie about an app, we have to come up with an app itself. And we thought, well, it's going to be a lame-ass app first, and then we discovered the technology of Sevolution, that we could actually create a second screen app, which hadn't been done before inside the movie theater, because I thought probably most studios were afraid to do it. So we partnered up with Sevolution, and we partnered up with Service to Media, the company that actually created the app, which you can see over there. So what happened is you went inside the movie theater, and all the marketing material, there was already communicated that once you get inside the movie theater, you could download the app. A lot of kids did this before they even went to the theater. And as soon as they went inside the theater and the movie started, people had to press start, and automatically their phone would sync to the screen, the movie screen. What happened is that you start to think about writing a script that has a second screen element into it, which is very interesting because you get the two parallel storylines. Well, the script writing itself is then interesting. Basically, our main evil bitch in the movie was called Iris, which was the app basically on the phone. Of course, we sort of made her up because of if you put Iris in reverse, it's Siri from the Apple thing. And these are the development stages that you see. We first started off with this, and finally we ended up with this. Well, we shot it like any regular movie, with any regular movie crew. We shot for 22, 23 days or something. And then we went into post-production. And let me give you a small demo. And you'll see over here what the actual second screen did inside the theater. So you can see here sort of the combination, what happens on your phone. And we've put together a little compilation of scenes. And you'll start to see what happens.
Hoe meer communicatiemiddelen mensen tot hun beschikking krijgen, hoe minder ze communiceren. Ik wil dit dient niet meer zien in mijn collegezaal, juffrouw Anne. Nog een fijne dag.
Hetzelfde.
Binnen.
Stel je vraag.
Welke klootzak heeft dit gedaan?
Dit bedoel ik dus. Sim, ik hou jou verantwoordelijk.
Daar meneer. Gaan we vast zwembad in. Kom zo. Ja, hallo. Ja, hallo? Wacht even hoor, ik loop even naar buiten. Ik heb hem niet bereikt.
Feiten. Hallo. 1 seconde. Ja, met Sim. Pizza Donna. Pizza. Ja, maar moeten wij zijn precies? Ik heb niks besteld. What the fuck?
Van harte welkom aan boord van deze Boeing 737 naar Barcelona. Je wilt de verstrolling vastmaken, het tafeltje voor u inklappen en dan moet u wordt verzocht alle elektronische apparatuur uit te schakelen tijdens het opstijgen.
Vertical, full throttle.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, all that stuff was happening there. Kids got to see on their phone, which was pretty cool because you would be in the theater and suddenly your own phone starts to call people on the movie screen, and then the guy actually dies and his head explodes, which is pretty cool for the kids. And at the end of the movie, for instance, you get to everybody got on their phone a trigger to tweet and to Facebook and to post about it. So there was a big social media spread as well. Well, basically what we did, we used the technology of Sevolution, and some of the advantages of Sevolution and ACR are the fact that it's rock solid. So we tested it very extensively in the theater, in several theaters actually, and mainly the theater where we had premiere. We went under the couches, we even went into the lobby, came back, and constantly the signal gets picked up again. Every few seconds it gives out a trigger and the signal gets picked up. You can walk out, come back, and automatically your phone sort of synchronizes to the movie itself again. So that was one of the advantages, was that it just works and there's no hassle. One of the other important things as a director or as a movie maker is that it has to be frame accurate. You need stuff to be frame accurate because you can't have stuff happening 6 seconds later, which at first was my hesitation to the whole project. I thought, oh, well, what problems are we going to run into? But luckily, everything was frame accurate, which is very, very important if you want to do something in terms of storytelling. It needs to synchronize immediately. And another advantage was that the watermark was usable across different platforms, so it works on DVD, it works on TV, and we had to do one output. It goes to London to the guys from Sevolution, it comes back and it works on all your different formats. Which for us was very helpful, especially if you had to do test screenings and you had a DCP, which is the stuff that gets projected in the movie theater. Sometimes you have to make quick changes, and we send it out to those guys. It came back immediately, they process it, and it was done. So yeah, the creative challenges is that was the most interesting part. Is if you make a movie, how do you sort of get people to watch your phone and the movie screen? So we tested this extensively, and we sort of came to the conclusion that it takes 3 seconds for your eye to go for the from the big screen to your mobile phone screen. And it's a big challenge because you sort of start to play what people know already and what your characters know and what your audience knows. What we also try to do is you don't want to be distracted too much, so you need to know when to watch. So what happened was that your mobile phone started to vibrate in your hand, so you didn't have to look constantly throughout the film to your mobile screen, otherwise that wouldn't work and that would completely distract. And another thing that we sort of bumped into was where to exactly position the dramatic points that you put on your mobile phone, because you don't want people to miss certain plot points. So what happened was that we sometimes had to extend certain scenes for a couple of seconds, make it 6 seconds, 7 seconds longer, so that people wouldn't miss important points. And another big point that we had to do was the conventional thinking of the theater change itself. Early on we already involved the theater chains, the big theater chains here, for instance, is Pathé. We invited them over to watch a test screening before even the project came out, because you can imagine that this was, for the Netherlands at least, it was sort of a project where everybody was, okay, we're going to have phones inside the movie theater, that's new. So we involved them early on, and they gave us positive feedback on what we could even do more with it. And sort of slowly throughout the process, all the theater chains got very used to it, and everybody knew that this project was coming, and they actually supported it. They put out banners, they put out flyers, they put out big stands and big marketing material in front of every theater chain. So eventually all the people knew that this project was coming. Well, we got worldwide press attention. We had a big release, a big premiere here, and the project got picked up internationally as well to the international trades and stuff. Well, this is pictures of our big premiere, which we held at the Tuschinski Theater here in Amsterdam, which is sort of the biggest theater that you hold your premiere in here. A lot of people, a lot of press attention. The final results of this whole project was that it was sold to, well, this was a while ago, so I believe it got sold now to 20 countries. We just sold it to New Zealand, we sold it to North America, we sold it to Australia, the original film. We're currently working on the Hollywood remake of this project, and we're developing a Chinese remake, because there's a lot of interest from the Asian market for a second screen as well. Yeah. Well, as a maker, I think one of the creative, interesting things is that you can really play with what people see. As you can imagine, what you saw here is that characters are text messaging each other. You get to see pictures of what the main character receives. You get to see scenes that actually extend on your phone itself. So there's a lot of creative possibilities, and the interesting thing, I think, for me, is that you can really play with how much information you give to the audience and how much information you hold back. And we were the first ones to do this inside a movie theater, but I think there are a lot of possibilities and a lot of opportunities to continue this development and start to do more awesome stuff with it. I think the thing is that you have to find the right project that it organically sort of fits in. I mean, our movie was called App, so it was pretty obvious that we would have an app. But I think there's a lot more possibilities in the future with push messages, GPS stuff, or even that you get confronted with your content or with your film project even before you enter the movie theater, or even when you exit the movie theater and you watch a thriller at 4 o'clock at night, suddenly the thing comes up on your phone again, and you get confronted with your content again. Yeah, so I really would encourage you to look around and to play with this stuff even more, because I think it really has the future and that there are a lot of creative possibilities with it. Thank you.